Sure you didn't get a fifth?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard. Remember what they looked like?
Of course. I've a mind like a steel trap, as I said. They were ragged, unshaved. Their clothes were tattered. As to their boots, well, I mentioned that already.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble. We must visit the shelter. Look around inside.
这样目标。你看我最行。
Your boots could use some polish, Vagrant.
You've to move your little camp elsewhere, got it? This is a decent district. We need no filth folk bumming. You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
What the?
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why?
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor.
这样
Fighter for
房价会
justice.
跌是不是？
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves?
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
这叫老实人哦。
We
还
should
是
step
老老
aside,
实实
good
被
fellow.
打吧。
My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Witcher. Fucking twit. Not a witcher. My God.
What? Lost your nerve?
You one dump squid.
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
我要弄脏衣服。
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
What is this place? Poorhouse?
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You
没有
help
啊。
them, why?
我一开始就说兽魔猎人的衣服很漂亮啊，很好看啊。是那个，就是路上捡到那个很丑啊。哪有啊？
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black. A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Sure all your usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
这个头最好看。哎，不对啊，我的驴子耳朵嘞，不会戴帽子就是。
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold. And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the boot black. I know this.
拿杰洛特的头，这就是日本综艺节目了吧？
Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the boot black. And Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
I need the letter. It's very important. It's no use to you anymore.
But I was to deliver it personally.
而且
Let
它好
no
可
one
怕
else， see it. That is
对，
what she
学
said, and
这
she
是
was
fresh，
right.
不是 flesh。
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the boot black
你
anyways.
的脸上也
It's
有啊。
always muddy there.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well, well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Siana rather grossly.
Judging by this, Detloff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter's ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
把它翻成什么？
Duchess was to be Detloff's last victim. Siana planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Siana, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Siana murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an Indian penchant for evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to
那应该
know
不
for
想杀
certain,
他妹了
you
吧？
could always ask her yourself.
Actually, love to learn her motives.
Praiseworthy, I suppose. Sometimes one should stare evil in the face.
Seems a bit strong, no?
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her, but I support your lust for the truth. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Sienna locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her. Coming with?
Of course not. I shall
course
await you
not.
at Mare Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Dettlaff and his minions rampage. Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Sienna.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She treated Dettlaff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that, no, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
对，你说雷吉的头发像小丑吗？有点像啊，不过那个他那种发型其实就很英国的绅士的感觉，他只是秃了，别这样。
Drinking. The most fun you can have with your clothes.
哪里有妓院？豪森特的妓院在哪里呀、在哪里？
Halt!
Need to see Sienna, urgently.
In the matter of?
Want to talk to her. It's important.
Want to talk? Go
去
see
找
your
你奶奶
gran
泡
at tea
茶吧。
time. Not one locked up on the Duchess's orders. No doing without special permission. Period.
雅克席
Found
之
some
印。
information important to her case. Need an explanation, urgently.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
你拿儿。烤鸡、烤猪肉，好吃。抱歉。
The Witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me.
I know who the 5th victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Sienna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
暗日诅咒，跟三小。
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
干什么？
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me? Hmm?
可以问他。
Don't know. But you could just ask her instead of sending monsters after her.
There's nothing she could say to change what she did to me, to justify it.
Maybe. But there's nothing out there to justify what you did to her and all Toussaint. Yet Anna Henrietta hasn't given up on you.
Ugh. You meant what you said in the Land of a Thousand Fables. You really want a happy ending to this story, don't you? Ah, with all of us living happily ever after. Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Sienna.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Let's go. Want to see him too. Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the
他的脸。
ceremony?
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
All right, we can start.
Very well.
你得
But
乖
you
乖
must
的。
behave. Less like a hired thug, and more
那脸
like a
好可
man
怕哦。
deserving of the
好
Duchy's
痛哦。
highest honor. In fact, you'd do best to maintain a dignified silence
靠腰。
throughout. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits. In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, Slayer of the Beast of Beauclair, step forth.
他在干嘛？求他在干嘛？
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire.
无条英雄。
May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair.
Friend of Beauclair.
In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Sonrial, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Feels like a second distinction. I'm honored. Thank you.
I trust you shall make good use of it. In a moment I shall speak to Siana. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet you also showed me her horrendous deeds. As head of state, I must judge her fairly. But she is my sister. Thus my heart bleeds for her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour,
不是那个图
show
吧？
Sylvia Anna in.
搓手手。
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
我想干嘛就干嘛。
I'm not a prisoner, free to do as I choose.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Bitterness consumes Siana. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Sienna? You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... Your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, damn it. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Henrietta understood me. Once. She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister? The day they banished me from the palace. Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark. And which you set afire at the last, to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment. It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid. The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out, but you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me. That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
现在是怎样？瘙痒啊！这样应该是好结局吧。
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony? It was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt. Good in small sips.
还有还我驴耳朵哎！
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diavolis variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavour profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
What?
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
This
怎么可能会不
moonlight
讲
makes
呢？
me oh so dreamy.
非必须戴上手套，然后就被毒死。哦，绿耳朵变这东西。
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
靠背。
No, I was thinking about, oh, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
Mantor 打我！哦，对啊，刚刚那不就是曼陀罗根吗？哦，天才曼陀罗根，好。
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He is a vampire after all.
Regis!
干嘛试胆大会想吓我你？
Damn it, where'd you go?
这么爱看书？
Regis!
You raise your hand against the vampire!
你也对，哎，关我屁事哦！妈，你们两个怎么在吸血鬼打架啦？还有啊！都他打的。
Those Bruxae, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink. Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
这可以还我野哥的脸了吗？
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard
你怎么
is
私藏
now
民宅
yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home, on the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
永远在那边定下来。问题是阿叶奈法嘞。
Don't really know yet. Might find the life of a hard-working vintner too tempting one day. Or maybe I'll just stick to the path, go on roaming, staring up at the stars after laying my bedroll at the roadside.
Ah, roadsides, bedrolls, and the sky above. I sense some poetry coming on, which of course brings to mind Dandelion. I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken.
可是他闯的是我的宅啊。
all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stain, Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
气色真的不好哎。
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances like moons and Dopplers deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not?
我也
The
不准州
Nilfgaardians are
官
a
放火，
modern society. None there believe in
我也不
vampires
准他们
anymore.
点灯，妈
This
的很
fact
亮，
alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain
干嘛就给我开电灯？
incognito.
Interesting point of view. I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
杰哥他妈看着荧幕笑。这里应该没什么。
Actually, I'd love to go home.
金窝银窝还是不如你的狗窝。Go home。还有那个支线还没有，把它什么打败攻击城市的吸血鬼，跟昆特牌有屁关系啊？呀，为什么我们过了这么美满的剧情，我们要看坏结局？会过坏结局很久吗？这也是蛮突兀。我可能无缝接轨，来不及了。而且9号也来不及。 30号我才会拿到吧，所以我如果今天实况的话也没办法。ESS 是怎样？我 PSN 为什么啊？为什么还没上架？我觉得蛮奇怪的。
Yes,
Never ever trust a woman, remember that?
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the
不会是叶
residence.
代法吧？
I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
艾莫里雷科。丁香的味道，丁香跟黑醋栗的味道吗？两者路线也蛮好的。
Unexpected as ever.
道坡。都顾无看。
And beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell
干嘛
me.
讲？
Don't need to ask.
不知道，其实我不知道那什么味道
I
哎
missed。you, Madly. Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky, like some shitty two-crown romance.
刚刚有超自然动哎。
Brought quite a few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The name of the orchid. A widower.
守
for
寡
half a
半
year.
年 ，What the hell？
Always thought you too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now,
啊
I'm
我
not.
忘记戴驴耳朵了啦
A
嘛。
few weeks ago, I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal.
忘记戴驴耳
And
朵
you know
了。
what?
我现在
I
也
like
杰洛特
that.
不够阳光。
Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
Liking Toussaint so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
那只鸟
But the southern sun
超
plays
自然后
havoc
退
with。my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear black down here and you're pretty damn hot.
Might need to think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade. And you'll bring me cool drinks. At regular intervals.
好悲哦，
Bring you
旁边
whatever you want.
旁边的动物真的是傻小啦。那个是展现吧？
You know, feels kind of strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain.
好悲哦。
Back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard, good enough?
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely,
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white,
我在童话故事里面有哦。
category taxidermy.
oh yeah, the unicorn.
可以去网络上订啊。
You can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
到底多喜欢独角兽啊？干。
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet. Bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? Though I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your
批评你的
colleagues.
同事要小心。
Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time.
Ha!
How'd that start, anyway? Our duels in wordplay.
Forgotten. It was at a vernissage in Banard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both groan-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
So, talk again later?
Of
要
course.
再闪现
I'm
了，
not going anywhere.
好烦！带回我的驴耳朵。
Can we talk?
Always. With pleasure.
So,
可爱多了。
talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
耶！艾小林的哦耶，老婆就待在这里耶，开心哦！宝可梦抓到凤凰，为什么哭都不知道你的电脑爆炸？那你知道他不会笑啊？会不会？已经没有别的女人可以让我找了，我也不想要找其他女人，大概吧。可以多做几个铠甲，然后就可以放在上面。还活着，我知道今天1080。嗨，你有看到我的老婆吗？
I thank you for letting me stay.
I'd never expect some...
Do you feel of that?
哦，这个
Thought you
名
were
就
a
有
lady.
Do you mean to say
就有问过。干
I'd never...
Do you of that?
Thought you were...
Do you mean to?
You sure you don't...
I cannot say
Visited others' homes?
yes, but ever at
Remember,
进
you
去
can
只为
always
了找
change your
糖吃。
mind. Decide you...
I'd never
And I'd never want you... See you later.
take care, Witcher.
Go 死！边挂，各种各样的刀，在上面雷吉斯写的信。亲爱的杰洛特，你看到这封信时，我一定已经远离陶森特的国境，你也一定找到我的突变诱发器。当然，你可以自己决定这机器要叫什么名字，更符合你的品味或这个机器的用途。你比我更了解突变诱发物。我利用空闲时发明改良的这个机器，现在完成了，十分确信这个装置会相当有用。当然了，发明家在发明东西按照正确使用方式前，没有办法完全有信心就是了。你一定很疑惑这个机器的用途到底是什么？用途就如同我取的名字，突变诱发物是用来产生突变诱发物的。它的原理是吸收生物体，例如你杀死的怪物与恶人的尸体发出的电磁波杀小，只要吸收的能量超过临界点，突变诱发器就会把能量转换成大幅突变诱发。 我想你一定能好好利用这样的产出，你一定能了解我业余的工程，所以你得谅解我这个没有办法完全操控整个过程。第一产出的诱发物是随机决定的，色、绿色、蓝色都有可能。不过我注意到这3个颜色大致是轮流出现，相信这份礼物对你来说是很有用的啊。你的忠心朋友艾米尔·雷吉斯、洛赫雷克、塔吉夫戈德弗莱。你可能会觉得很奇怪，为什么要偷偷把突变诱发物送到你家，而不是亲自给你？我得承认，这是出于谦虚之不幸有你，请保重，杰乌特。希望我的礼物能派上用场。黄金棒哪里呀、黄金棒到底是啥小啊？一把刀插在上面啊！不知道该说什么，好黑哦。然后把这个摆在上面。用次数是直接打怪就会有的吗？比恩，罗拉，我最亲爱的叶之爱，我生命当中一束阳光，以下都是我真心肺腑之言。我几周以来不断向你抛出希望的眼神，默默希望你能对我产生1%的同样情感也好。我已经等待已久，迟迟不敢拿出勇气将我的感受告诉你。要不是你今晚跟那个无耻好色又做作的臭猪阿冯罗塞德一同出席今晚的晚会，否则我会继续把我的真实感受压在心底。当我看到那只臭狗朝着你阿谀奉承，我马上知道我现在非行动不可，是我使用了最有力的武器——羽毛笔以及。开始写下这封信给你，原谅我将信写在餐巾上，因为我手边没有更适合的东西。上最美丽的小姐啊，千万别相信她口中吐出的任何一个字，她跟条毒蛇一样狡猾，甚至还毒上2倍。千万别接受她的追求，让我牵起你的手，喂你吃葡萄，跟你一起散发幸福快乐的光芒吧。永远爱你，法比恩。哦，你是说古墓奇兵哦？我买了，那好像打不止5折诶。迪安娜今天给我了一幅画，哦，这个我看过啦。这是你要解决我们的女爵安娜·亨利叶塔，毫无同情心，她的内心冰冷如霜。你必须将她的心脏从胸部中挖出来，但是你要先扭断她的脖子，下手要快很准。完成之后，我就会放雷娜走。哦，你是说 PS4哦？我有一个家，又有一个老婆在等我。哦，人生胜利，太胜利了！救命！这个游戏太棒了。太阳一空，我人生感到心满意足。把问号逛一逛吧。没有小孩可播，有啊，西里啊，有在外头流浪的小孩，好不好？ 抄写，
I've no time.
Oh, is my bun ever ready to
气
blow?
骨快爆发是怎样？
Leviosa wept. It is positively resty.
Witcher or not, you've still to bust your bum.
Pardon me. Perhaps you could help me. You seem
Help,
a
cook
strapping
house.
lad.
What's the problem?
I acquired this old storehouse at auction. As it turns out, it stinks like a fury larder and is loud as a Novigrad brothel.
西里不是下一个
I
秦，
infested
秦
my life
没
savings.
事。
Now I fear to go inside. Do help me, Witcher.
把它提完是怎样？
All right, I'll take a look inside your storehouse.
爱乱恭维哦。对西里的情感就只有女儿在那边。
What a story. A wandering Witcher. Christ.
What's this about?
若特才不会是鬼妇呢。我喝错了，不好意思哦。我喝错，干！我一直喝错，老师。
Stinks of carrion. Necrophages. Damn, you're ugly.
啊，你还真丑。哦，我刚刚不是移到雅克席吗？为什么？怎么又是阿尔德啊？
Reeks in here.
这人怎么在这？
Reeks in here. Reeks in here.
他到底要说几次咒？没有血缘关系，还是女儿啊？那没有血缘关系就不是女儿了吗？怪物。哦，阿姨空学坏了。现在反而把她当女儿啊，这些人，哎。没有没有